Do treat people with kindness, part 2 of 5, on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on May 27, 2007, in Sankt Kanzianam Klopeiner See, Austria.
We pray for Ukraine, or Ukraine.
She said, but anytime you want to come back, look, you can. I said, yeah, I know that. Thank you very much. And so next time I went to sign. That's it. I didn't even come back here to get the key or anything. I delegated to somebody else, one of you here. And then I told them how to do, what to repair and do something, open windows and all that upstairs, make it more bright upstairs because it's only an attic and it was just bare. There was nothing there, no floor. She just kept things up there, like a storage. So we attempted to do that, and then, I repaired the roof. Also, the roof was even leaking and all that, and clean up, wash up and change carpet, whatever, everything we did, All right, so I didn't come. And then she was kind of crying, hey? She was crying on the phone. She wanted to speak to me, through the person who came for the key, because she couldn't bear it that I didn't come to even get the key. What kind of woman who doesn't care? Gives more money, gives jewelry, doesn't come to get the key when you get the house. And she made me wait for a long time, many months, because she says she must look for another place and blah, 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 blah. And also she has clients to take care. I said, of course, you do that, of course. And as soon as you're ready, you tell us. She said she didn't even know when. At first she said, how long? And then later she extended longer, more money, but don't want to go quick. And then so I said, never mind, you take your time, because I think she's an old lady, Why do I hassle her, And it must be very difficult for her to leave a place that she has been working for all her life, almost. So I said, take your time, and even if you reconsider, you don't want to sell at all because you feel it's your sentimental place, then please let me know. I just re-signed it. That's it, okay? Don't worry, everything is fine. So she kept extending on the date. I said, okay, when you're ready, you just call my nota and tell him that you're ready to sign. No rush, no hurry, take your time, okay? Okay, fine. And then finally, signed the date. I came to sign, and then she squeezed me so much. So next time I just asked somebody to come and get the key and repair, I just gave the money for them to repair, because there was nothing here for them, they didn't even have a car. We had to buy a little car so people can come. So your sisters and brothers can go buy food shopping, to eat, no? Otherwise, how? They walk to the supermarket? It's very far, And then they repaired it, It was very nice of them, and now you have a better place, eh? Yeah. But that woman, she was crying on the phone when I didn't come. I only know you. I don't know this lady. I said, hey, you will know her now. She's very nice, and she's one of your countrymen, so you trust her better, no? I trust you. I trust you more. I said, don't worry, she's my confidant. You just give her the keys, and I signed the paper already. Don't worry about it, because my arm was broken at that time. I could not even sign with the right hand. I had to sign with the left hand. I say, but then I talked to you, I talked to the lawyer, everything is okay. So she was crying, said, when will you come back? This is the second person who cried over me not coming back. There was one more in Canada like that. First they were squeezing me and did all kinds of things to me, even kicked me out of the rented house because I had dog people. And they were scared that the dog people would scare the neighbors and all that. And then I had to go in a trailer park to stay all the time. It was very cold already, October already, until the house was ready. Because we signed already, but the money had not come, and it's not just money. is the bureaucracy, you know. It took maybe 3 weeks, 2 weeks to get the house. That time I bought a house in Canada. This is a long story. Okay, you just know I bought one, but I sold it already. Don't dream about it. It was a very good house next to it's an industrial town, but it's next to the beach, you know, very nice. On the water, but it's very cheap there. It's a common house, a wood house, like Canada. Because I had dogs and pet people at that time. I needed to house them. Otherwise, I didn't have to even stay in Canada. But that was also very difficult. It's a very difficult story again. And meanwhile, I stay in a trailer park, eh? Yeah. And then later, when I sold the house, I didn't come back to sell. I delegated, you know, one of the residents. And that lady and the gentleman, they both were crying inside. Why you don't come? Why is she not coming back again? What for? Oh my God, just to sell the house? You know what I mean? And they were crying every time they talk about me during all the time that the selling was going on. The resident had been with them every day, you know, almost every day until the house was sold. And they were crying all the time. And later she told her, wow, your boss, because I say this, my secretary, they told the oh, your boss is very powerful, you know. All the time she was here, she worked with me, I saw it. She was doing all kinds of charity work, and she didn't want anybody to know about it. That's number one thing. But she trusted us, and she went with us shopping and went find out where the poor people were and all that. And but she's very powerful. Whatever she wants, she gets. You know, I noticed that. Well, who is she? Who's your boss? So the resident, you know, so-called secretary said, oh, she's just a very nice lady. She likes to help people. And they were crying all the time. Same with this owner of the house. At first, very suspicious and harsh to me, and later, very nice. Touch and crying and all that. Just to show you how much love is missing in this world. You know, this is not their fault that they are suspicious like that. It's just because they have not been treated kindly all their lifetime. Understand? They have never encountered people who are genuine or kind to them, or really just are not all about money, because they're business people and they earn a living very hard sometimes. Even the realtor, you know, to sell a house, you have to show maybe sometimes 100 houses. And the client says, oh, no, I don't want this, I don't want that. And sometimes they don't even know what they want, you know. So this realtor was also very surprised that I just saw it, and then I got it. I didn't ask questions so much, and everything was okay, you know. Because I know a house is a house, you know, it's never to your taste, right? Unless you build it yourself. And even then, the builder sometimes might change it, you know, or influence you to build something that later you regret. So if you want to buy a perfect house, I think you need to wait a little while until you go to heaven, no? Yeah. So I never really questioned a lot, and, you know, like splitting hair and all that, you know? So if I buy a house and I feel, okay, it's comfortable for us, there's enough room for everybody, you know, I consider first for everybody if there's room or not. If not you, then my dog people, my team nearby, my people who work around me. Otherwise, I don't consider anything else. You know, the house is safe and has enough room. Yeah? And it has the basics, you know, hot water, heater, yeah, electricity, water, and rooms. That's it, you know? And if there's anything else you don't like, of course you can change it. But who cares? What for change anything? Unless the roof's leaking, of course we repair it. And the carpet was old and, of course, you know, worn out, then we change it. Nah? Just for cleanliness, nah? And of course, if the paint is not good, then we repaint it. Yeah, just fit enough for you to come. Just a little decent, you know, basic. There's no luxury here. Yeah, we don't want any. What for? You close your eyes all day, or you see nothing. Luxury. Should I put a gold statue here? It matters nothing to you, right? If I put an antique or anything, we will have to throw it out so that we can have room to sit. So what's the use of anything at all? Yeah. The purpose is just for you to come and be comfortable, yeah? Okay. Are you comfortable, by the way? Yes. You are, yeah? So do treat people with kindness, yeah? That is the lesson, yeah, okay. After the kindness, they will get used to it, and they will think, oh, there are some kind people after all. Like yesterday, there was a taxi driver who took me only halfway. And then he didn't have time anymore. He said he had to run. And he arranged for another colleague to come and pick me up, the woman. Yeah, the lady who came yesterday was my second driver. Even from Klagenfurt to here, I needed 2 taxis. What a time. 2 taxis. You understand this? If he didn't have time, then he could have told me. No, he took me, and then halfway through he returned me. He said, I had to arrange for another woman to take you because I think I couldn't make it anyway. First, he liked to take me very much. He said, I would really like to take you this beautiful lady, but I really can't. So he wanted to take me so much. So I said, just come in. He arranged a seat for me to sit. And then halfway through, he brought me back. He said, no, I don't have time. I must pick up my client from the airport. I can't let him sit there. First, he really wanted to, But later on, he woke up and he said, no, he could not. I think I must have blinded him. He looked at the watch, but he still told me to get in. He knew where I was going to go on his taxi, and then he brought me back and then called the other taxi to come to pick me up. But even then, I still gave him some money after, So I gave the tip to the lady. And then I said, but, you give the other one, 10 euros, because I had only 5 euros with me in my pocket at that time. The rest were big bills, and I didn't want it. They had not ever seen it. 500 euro bill. I say, see, this is why I could not give him the tip. She said, I never seen this. I heard about it. I said, well, if you take a big sum like 10,000 from the bank, then they will give you 500 euro bill, so you don't have to put a lot of money in your pocket. Because sometimes I need it for business, buying big things. She said, yeah, I understand, but I have never seen it. I said, okay, look at it. And she touched it. So I even gave her money to give to the first taxi driver, because at least he arranged another taxi for me, At least he showed his willingness and friendliness. He didn't have to do that. Also, he could have just dropped me there. There was no other taxi around there. And I would have been standing there waiting also, So he arranged a car, and when we arrived, she picked me up immediately. So that was very efficient of him. Yeah, very nice of him. And also he was very nice to his client, even though he was so, blinded into taking me into his cab. But afterward, he said, no, he's my client. I cannot let him stand in the airport, or cannot arrange. I said, can you not arrange for another colleague to pick him up instead? And then you can still continue to take me to my place. He said, no, he's my client. I better take care of him. So you see what I mean? I said, I will give you more money later because, look, I have only 500 bills. Yeah, I cannot give you more. I have only like $7 with me. But he said, okay, 5 is enough, good enough. I said, no, I'll send you another 10, yeah? Because you wasted your time. I made you hectic like this for me. Thank you anyway. So he couldn't believe it. And the woman also couldn't believe it, because I said, okay, the fee is only about 50 something. And I said, okay, but I don't have money. Can somebody lend me some? She asked how much. I said, maybe 70, 80 something. And the taxi driver, the woman said, about 100. I said, okay, 100. Bring it out. So I gave it all to her later. And she couldn't believe it, Well, she asked for it, no? And then she couldn't believe it. I said, but give 10 euros to your colleague, the man who calls you, a commission. For business connection, no? Anyway, she could not believe it. I said, never mind, it's normal, because you have a child. I have a son who studies, and she's alone, she's a widow, and she works even Saturday, Sunday. And she works as a taxi driver, and she works as another job just to raise her son. So I said, it's okay, you're a good woman, it's all right, don't worry. So I invited her for a drink and gave her a lot of fruits and candies, cakes, cookies to bring home. And she was always, mein Gott, mein Gott, mein Gott. Very nice, just to show you how much kindness is lacking in the world.
Russia, go home now.
Living a life as a vegetarian is a wordless prayer to the Almighty. Radan Adjan Kartini, vegetarian.